Put a tracer out on Charles Wilson, aka Nirvana, for murder. Not really. This is the Gary Fisher Nirvana hybrid bike. So I suppose Nirvana means that it's going to take you to some kind of like state of nirvana, a heightened state of consciousness and pleasure and awareness. And I don't know if I can argue with that. I'll step back a bit. This bike has a lightweight aluminum frame, so you're not going to have to struggle with pedaling it up a hill or anything. So that's Nirvana in a way. It has a lot of gears. I don't know exactly how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3, that's 24. So you're in heaven in terms of your gearing options. The pie plate is old and brittle, but you can get rid of that really easily. Then you won't have this ugly old piece of plastic behind all your fancy gears. The gearing, the shifting, is handled by Shimano Dior or Diori derailleur in the back, and then a Shimano C101 in the front. And Shimano stuff is good, I guess. So that's another way that you'd be in a state of nirvana. These shifters. Why am I showing you that? To show you that the shifter's not even all gummed up. It's got Tektro brakes, and they work. An adjustable stem, so regardless of how tall you are, you could adjust the stem, and this quick release seat post. Of course, within bounds of reason, it's only a 15-inch frame. And it was even designed in USA, so if you're a patriot, then this bike is good for you. It doesn't have obnoxious clips on the pedals or anything. You can just put your feet right down and start pedaling away. So that in itself would help elevate you to another state. And it has crowbar grips, not grips, crowbar handlebars. I don't really know how that helps you, but it sounds good. Riding down the street with your crowbar handlebars. Cool mountain range logo. To me, this always reminds me of Monroe Woodbury, the school district, like half an hour south of here. But it's mountains. You know, the mountaintop, that's Nirvana. Has alloy wheels, 700C. Plenty light, plenty fast. Dual duty. I don't know what dual duty is. And it even has a sensor for a computer in case you want to put a computer so you could measure your state of nirvana. Clip the computer right in there. So I agree. Shimano silvery Nexave cranks. Nexave? I don't know. So I agree. You could definitely achieve nirvana on this bike. Cycling nirvana anyway. At least if you're going down like a rail trail. Maybe not if you're a bike courier or a BMXer or a trick jumper or something, but if you just want a nice comfy bike to pedal down the rail trail, pedal around town, yeah, Nirvana. Now, oh, and this thing came from Sierra Cycles. And the Sierra Mountains, that's elevating you. So what stands between you, potential rider of this Gary Fisher, and true Nirvana? Well, let's start at the top. One, there's some little rusty bolts. That's ugly to look at, but you can clean that. Two, the grips are worn out, so you have to get new grips. Three, the seat's real comfortable, but it's kind of ugly. So if you're sensitive about how your seat looks when you're not sitting on it, you might get a new seat. Well, what's that, like 20 bucks? And the big problem, I guess, the only real big problem, you know, there's like a little rust here and there. The chain's a little rusty. These are minor things. The front wheel has no tire on it, no tube. Again, minor things. The back brake cable and the brake noodle, whatever that thing is, the little curvy tube. See this curvy tube? Right? I think that's called a brake noodle. I could be totally wrong though. Anyway, it's missing from the back. So you have to get one of those. But other than that, you got a parallax hub. Other than that, here's the big problem that's going to prevent you from being immediately in a state of nirvana. This back wheel. Whoa! But you know what? I'll tell you the secret. Maybe you can true it or have it trued. Maybe. It might be like too out of whack. Or just leave the brake like this. Take the brake off. Put a tire and tube on the back. The ride's going to be a little bit wobbly, but you can hit the brakes in the front, which still work. You don't have to worry about getting a new cable. Or you could replace that back wheel. Maybe you could get lucky and fix it. Maybe you're a really skilled wheelsmith and you could fix it yourself. So, normally I have some questions about these goofy names that these companies give their bikes. But I'm going to say, Gary Fisher, whoever you are, I agree wholeheartedly that a prospective cyclist could, at least metaphorically, reach cycling nirvana on this Gary Fisher Nirvana hybrid bike with just a little bit of work, a little bit of, as they call it, TLC, and then you'll be TCB in a flash.